Ave Imperatus, and welcome everybody to yet another Warhammer 40,000 Chaos Gate Daemonhunters stream. I'm Arthur, one of the community leads here at Frontier, and today I'm joined by not my fellow Grey Knight Paul, but by Bruce Garrido. Paul has been blessed by Grandfather Nurgle, unfortunately, this week, so he is away, just he's in isolation, whilst the tech priests have a look at him. So welcome, Bruce. Welcome.
Thank you very much. No, delighted to be here. First time on for Chaos Gate, so yeah, very excited.
You actually play this you've been playing this in your sort of spare time at home. So, and you were keen to come on and play some Grey Knights. So it's great to have you on here. So, Chad, just for your reference, Bruce he doesn't know the game. Obviously, he plays it. So we're picking up your own personal save, right? So this is your one you've got from home. So we're going to look at what you've been up to. We might have to help him out, give him some advice. You're also playing in Grandmaster mode, so I can see the thing you've loaded up. So fair play to you, Bruce. That's a pretty good start. But welcome everybody on chat. I'm going to say hello to everyone. Aramis is in there, Osric's in there, Corsair's in there. Co-Rain, sorry, it's Cryo Jake. Hello. So what we're going to do today is we're going to go through some gameplay. Watch Bruce do a few missions. I'm fairly certain you're going to be successful. But we're also going to chat about 40k. We were talking before stream, so you have like a passing knowledge of 40k, so you're interested in it. I actually love 40k, so I have a lot of lore knowledge, and I know a lot of the people in the chat have more knowledge than I do. So I figured we could just chat about 40k as you play as well, if chat's down for that, and like any blanks we can try and fill in, which I think would be pretty cool, because you're asking about certain characters and etc. etc. So I think that's going to be our plan. I will try and field any questions for reference to Chaos Gate whilst the stream goes ahead, so please make sure you drop them in, and if I see them, I'll let you know. I see that there's already one in there about, will there be an update to better show lines of fire before moving to position, moving up to, for the lines. You mean the little lines that show if you can see them or not? It's feedback, it's good feedback, I'll pass it on. Sometimes I miss it, the little lines that show you. I know the ones you mean, the tiny sort of faint blue lines. I will pass that feedback on. I don't think we have another update planned for a little bit for the next few weeks, so I will pass that feedback on to the developers and let you know. But every feedback we get, we do pass on, so thank you. So just that you know, we are live on YouTube and we're live on Twitch. So in front of me is YouTube and Twitch chat, so I'm not ignoring either one of you. I can see all of you by the thanks of technology. Also to note, not only are we missing Paul, we're missing Adam, but we do have a stand-in Zach. So I have my whole team here.
We've got producer Zach behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes. So Nurgle has been busy, although actually Adam's on holiday, so can't give
Nurgle
him.
can still get him yet.
There's still time. There's still time. We'll get Paul to come in and just lick everything. That's disgusting. We won't do that. So how have you found Chaos Gate, Bruce, up to this point? So
I had the pleasure of representing Chaos Gate with Paul and Jens, another one of our community managers, up at Warhammer World when we went to demo the game shortly before release. So that's when I started playing it. I gave it a go at that point. And yeah, like I say, took it home since and have played it a fair bit. Really like it. Great game. And it's not actually... So I played similar games in the past, but it's not a genre that I've been massively into, but this one has really sucked me in. So
yeah. That's good. It's good to hear. I see Paul was actually watching from the ether in the chat. Paul is available, so he'll be here judging your movements as well. I don't think you've got to worry too much. If you've watched any of the streams, Paul has a very specific way of playing.
Bit gung-ho.
We like to call it brave. But I think gung-ho is another way of looking at it. But yes, okay. So should we flick over to have a look, see where you're in the game, and then we can talk through. But obviously, feel free to ask any questions, and the chat's there, and we can have a look. See.
All right. So we can take stock a little bit. I have actually got other saves where I'm a bit further along than this one, but we're on day 88 here, and like I say, this is the one where I've been on Grandmaster mode, so every action cannot be taken back.
Correct. Which I think is bold for you, Bruce, but well done. Good.
It does add some gravitas to each decision, which I enjoy though. So let's proceed as we mean to go on. We took stock a little bit earlier, and our dudes are a bit beat up. Yes,
I did look at this and I was like, you've been through it. I think it's fair to say that you've been through it, but you do have some requisition in the top right, I can see. So you could recruit some more knights, but that's not to say these guys can't be reused. Like, they're just wounded. Wounded. Oh, they're actually wounded, not lightly wounded. They're all just wounded.
There's this one down here.
Oh yeah, Bruce. Did you happen to name this one after yourself, knowing that's the only one that's not injured?
No, he's actually the only interceptor that's not injured.
Right.
So half yes, half
I've also noticed you've been busy renaming things. So there's a Paul, there's an Arthur, and there's a Zach. The whole team's in here.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
I've given us each one of the classes, so maybe that will be our makeup for the next mission. As long as it's suitable, we'll see what the requirements are.
Yes, Paul has also noticed from the chat that you've named one after him. Paul, there's nothing to be worried about. I mean, if you're familiar with the streams, Paul took very good care of Bruce's character in one of our streams, put him right on the edge of the map whilst one of the bloom flowers was firing its mortar at him. So,
I appreciated that. So, looking at the situation we're in, I think I've deliberately saved Requisition, knowing that there's a Grandmaster report coming up.
Okay.
So
cool.
rather than spending it on more knights.
Very frugal, Bruce. Very smart.
I'm a fiscal player. You'll
Okay.
notice
All right.
I've got a keen eye for resource management. So we'll let the 3 days pass, do the Grandmaster report with Varden Kai, and then see where we're at.
Jaeger has asked, any plans for a console port down the road? I love tactical RPGs. I think they would look great with a controller. I agree. I mean, this does work with the controller. We're aware of the people's wants and desires for a console version of the game. Obviously, we've got nothing to discuss at this moment in time. I'm sure if any of that changes, we'll be the first to let you know, but we are aware of players' desire for that.
Okay. We don't have audio here, so I'll just let Varden say his piece. Obviously voiced by the brilliant Andy Serkis, but I'm sure that's been mentioned many times on stream by now.
I hardly ever mention that I've interviewed
You
him.
don't?
No.
Okay.
I tried not to bring it up. I apologise to chat, I'm talking over audio, but I can't hear what's being said, so this is really awkward silence for me and you, isn't it?
Right. Well, I'm enjoying it. Okay. So this is one of those situations where you've got to make a choice, and someone will be upset by it regardless, I think.
One of the choices is removed because you don't have was this say assign an apothecary to a pair
yes,
report?
I don't have an apothecary available, I think.
It requires a battle-ready one. All of your apothecaries are injured.
They are, yes.
So that's taken out one of your options. You can bypass Kai to seek more support.
Seems a bit...
You can do your duty, or you can send the seeds to Titan as evidence. Now, we got this on Paul's last stream, and he chose to send the seed to Titan as evidence, which obviously upset Vikir. But it's up to you. This is your game.
I'm leaning towards sending the seed as well. I think it's what I would do in universe if it were me, because I've got quite a few. I think I've got 5 seeds. But let's pick something different, seeing as Paul did it last time.
No, it's your game though. I don't want to mess up your game.
I'm all right.
All right, okay.
We'll do our duty.
You want to do your duty. Very much how you are in your meetings with me. Dutiful Bruce.
Committed.
That's what we call you. Dutiful, backstabbing Bruce. That's what we call you.
Okay, so that's quite good. No downside, just a growth rate bonus.
Yeah, that's good.
For XP. Handy.
All right.
Right. So
spend that sweet requisition. What are you going to go for?
We've got 7 to play with. So I've already unlocked the Knight Ranged and Armour Requisition slots to rank 1. Probably want to fill in the gaps with War Gear and Melee. And then I'll let you pick the last one. If we want to boost another one to rank 2.
Okay. I would go put in your Knight Requisition, only because looking at your roster...
We could do with some...
You could do with maybe just making that...
fresh blood,
I'd be looking to bolster that, because I haven't seen you actually play this, but looking at the current state of your knights, I can assume.
We can do with a few more.
I can assume. All right.
Okay. I am satisfied with the requests.
All right.
Okay.
So you can't reach this planet, so that's fine. So I tend to... Oh, that's on level 3 Bloom.
Correct.
Okay, well that's something else to be mindful of.
Do we watch the cutscene or shall we just get to the action?
I think we started it. We'll let it run through. Let it run
Sure.
through. Paul would kill us for this because Paul's a stickler for not showing pot, but Paul's not here.
Okay.
So,
all right. It does seem to spread especially quickly in my solar system, I will say.
yes, it's known for it. Aramis says they can see Paul screaming at the screen now to everything differently. She's not wrong. She's got some good detection abilities about her. She's on it as of a kid. I'd become an Inquisitor for nothing.
You are correct, Tech Priest. I need more.
Furball Game says, is the game volume intentionally low? I'm not sure if we can boost that. It's been boosted. Zach, producer Zach has boosted said volume, so hopefully you're getting some of that now.
I agree it is far from ideal, Dominus. But if the
I do love the Tech Priest design, I have to say. It's been a favourite since I first played the game.
Is it I keep forgetting her name. Is it Lunette? It is Lunette, yeah. I was going to say Lutini, but I think it's because I'm stuck with the Java noise. Lutini! It's a Star Wars joke. Stop.
I have a question.
You have a question, yes.
Yeah, so Space Marines are bigger than normal people.
Yes, by some.
And even then, their armour is like quite big and bulky looking on them.
Mm-hmm.
So are they moving it, this is going to sound silly, but are they moving it physically with their body, or is it sort of like power mechanically
assisted? It's powered armour, so they have, it is powered, but they have an undersuit as well, which sort of, like the chat will get the correct terminology for this, but it's like a suit that wears over their skin, but essentially it's like a second skin to them, but it is powered armour, so they are taking power from something else, but they are obviously immensely strong.
Right, so a combination.
Yeah. But yes, they are. I think the average Space Marine is, chat will again confirm this, I think they're about 7 to 8 feet tall outside of their armour, and then you put them in their armour and they become...
About your height then?
No, I'm not the size of a Space Marine, I wish. I wish.
Okay. Right.
Dark says, when it expands, when's the expansion? So with no news discussed at the moment, when we know there's a lot of desire for more content, but when we have that news, we will pass it on when we have it. But there's no news at the moment.
Right, I'm going to research this stratagem.
So you do stratagems as well. Yeah, Paul's big on stratagems as well. Just remembering to use them.
Yes, remembering to use them is the hardest part.
Yeah.
But actually, the one you start with, which gives additional AP, is super good to start with. So if we're in a pinch, we'll need to remember it. I'm not going to do all the dialogue bits with Fakir. I'm actually kind of keen to just get into the next mission, given there's no other upkeep really to do. So let's see what we've got.
So do you following the 40k lore, Bruce? Are you or are you just? Is this like the extent of your?
So this is Chaos Gate is probably the most exposed I've been to Warhammer 40k. Otherwise, I've been sort of vaguely aware and got a basic understanding of some of the premises, but I don't actually follow it intently as such. So I'm very open to education on the subject. Okay, so we've got to wait for some missions to pop up.
I am very worried. What planet is that that's on Bloom level 3? Where is this? So Lauren 4, I would be very careful about this, because this looks like on day 88 you've got a planet on, so we might need to keep an eye on this. Enemy types detected for mission Bloom. Okay, deadline's plus 3 days. Okay, yeah, we may, if that comes up again, we should probably hit that planet. Well, you know, up to you.
I'll float around this side of the system. Okay, 3 new eruptions. Okay, so it hasn't hit that system, but we have one on the far side and then one next to us. Should we see if we can do this one and that one in the same turn?
So I tend to look at the rewards first to see. I think you can definitely hit them both, right? It looks like they're in a position to get them. So we're going to get here. Rewards are 10 servitors and -1 corruption. So that's decent. So yeah. And what reward we get on this one? 2 grimoires and -1 corruption. So, yeah, I mean, I'd go for the first one. Grab the second one. I don't think you ought to do it. Let's just try and get one wounded. Sure. I think is the trick.
Sounds like a plan. Do lots of killing and don't die.
Chinstrap trying to look at the question. Are you guys going to do any other games featuring other demon lords like Khorne and Slanesh? Other games I can't talk about in terms of like I don't know if that's a general question, but I can talk about sort of Grey Knights. Or I will say, like, I say it a lot. We are super aware and really pleased that people want more content. We don't have any news about that at the moment. If we do have news, we'll pass it on. But we are aware there is a desire for it. So,
The Brothers of Titan.
Right. Who are we bringing? Don't know about double apothecary.
do you know the Chaos gods? And it's okay. It's not like a. Can you name any of them? So obviously in this, you're fighting Nurgle.
Nurgle. So they're actually shared across all Warhammer universes, right?
I think so. I think that's correct.
So
Yeah.
I know of Tzeentch.
Yeah. That's the one I always forget.
Right.
But the next thing will be I'll test you. Like, do you know what they're best known for?
Okay.
So what would you say Tzeentch? So Nurgle is corruption or plague, disease. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Can you think what Tzeentch is about?
So my understanding is he's to do with sort of unpredictability, chaos, messing with people.
Yeah, change. I think it's change.
Change.
Lord of Change. I think
Okay.
is the one. Yeah. So
Sure.
cool. Good. Okay. Khorne.
Is Khorne?
I've just given you one of the Africa.
Well, yeah. But I think I know what Khorne's about. Is Khorne the blood one?
So basically violence.
Death, violence.
Death,
yeah,
violence,
all that
war.
stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And there's one more.
There's another one.
I did mention it.
Oh no. I should have been listening more closely.
So it's Slaanesh.
Slaanesh. Okay.
Slaanesh.
I don't know what Slaanesh is about.
I don't know the actual term of it, but they're kind of like the naughty god. So they're kind of like the
Mischief,
temptation
sort of.
and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
The
Okay.
naughty god. That's why I don't write lore, because my lore would be terrible. I love this. Someone's just actually done this. So it's Paul. Nurgle, Plague, Khorne, War, Tzeentch, Magic, Slaanesh, Saturday Nights.
Right. I think I'm just going to put the whole team in. Why not? Let's go for it. Then it's just you missing, Arthur. You're our trusty Justicar.
That's fine. I am. If you can't take me, that's absolutely fine.
I totally can. There we go.
I have the hammer. I don't have the. I don't have the Terminator armor, but I'm okay with this. Paul says this will end well. Paul has full faith in you. I'm not assuming for one moment there's any level of sarcasm in this.
Being down 6 health on 2 of them is pretty rough.
What's the mission type? It's a. I didn't see what the mission we actually have to do in this mission.
I will need to double check.
Yeah.
Okay, 2-handed weapon, don't need the secondary. Okay. Yeah, this will be right. Probably.
Okay.
Okay, we've just got the Quicksilver for now.
Okay. So I would just say, take your time. I have full faith in you in this. It's going to be good.
Good. At least half of us on the sofas have faith in me. That's good. I'll take that. 50%.
50%.
the majority,
There's only a 30% chance of that. There's a 50% chance you'll win, Bruce, but there's only a 30% chance of that.
Half the time I win every time.
Exactly. Paul says he feels like he's backseat Grey Knighting here. Well, now you know how I feel, Paul. I mean, this is going to be. If it's bad for you, imagine it feels for me. I can't wait to see Bruce in like his tactics in full swing here. This is going to be pretty full on.
Right. We'll see what the what's on the menu.
Dark Tech, we are talking about the game and we're talking about 40k in general. I thought I was clear on that when we started. But if you have questions about the game, feel free to ask them. But I can only answer questions about the game in general, what's here, not what might be coming up or what's in the pipeline, if there is anything in the pipeline for it. So sorry if that's not the information you want, but we are going to be talking about the game and talking about stratagems and basically tactics of the game.
So you can destroy the bloom spawn, and then there's the additional target of killing 4 enemies with grenades. I took the requisition challenge on top.
You also took a requisition challenge on top.
Yeah.
So just to be clear on this, we are joined you at day 88. The roster of your Grey Knights was pretty bleak. Most of them, bar 1, were wounded.
Yeah.
On this particular mission, you've taken 3 wounded Grey Knights and 1 relatively new Grey Knight.
Yeah.
And then you also took a requisition challenge.
Correct.
Okay, just wanted to in case you just joined us, welcome to the end of Bruce's campaign. This is Warhammer 40,000 Grey Knights Daemonhunters, and Bruce is going to show you how to fail the game by being overconfident. But we're going to watch
in
so
masterful
we're
fashion. Right. Where am I getting to? Up to there. Right.
Dark Tech, don't apologise. It's fine. Honestly, all I will say is we are very much aware of the desire and wants of our players for more content. We always pass that on, and we're very pleased to see that you are enjoying the game and enjoying the subject. But all I will say is when we have the news, we'll definitely tell you. That's unfortunately what I can say at this moment in time. But thank you for joining, and feel free to stick around and ask other questions, and generally just share your love and knowledge of the subject matter. But don't apologise for being passionate or just wanting more of something you love.
There are 2 bloom spawn, I've just realised, and they're pretty far away. Well, yeah, okay, it's quite a way to go.
Okay, so we've got seek and destroy the bloom spawns. Now, okay. Which one are you going for first? Now remember, you can check in the bottom right-hand corner. Will tell you if you click on that, it'll show you where they are on the map. That's one thing that was pointed out in the previous stream. So you can just click these and it'll show you where they're going to be.
That's much simpler.
Cool. And some general tactics in case you haven't picked this up in your own playthrough, Bruce. Remember that obviously Grey Knights have action points, but the minute you encounter the enemy, everyone's action points replenish. So remember that as you move them forwards. I tend to move them, it's slower, but I tend to move them in like increments, bring them all up and then use the next point, and then bring them all up and then use the next point. That means your Grey Knights are closer together when you do activate the enemy, and then your action points are all replenished, rather than having one Grey Knight all the way at the back who hasn't spent any of the action points and has missed out on potentially having extras. Did any of what I just say that makes sense? Because it sounded like I just started falling down a hill as I started discussing that then.
No, I get it.
Good.
Move the guys, keep the points.
That's exactly what I said. Thank you, Bruce. Right, so will there be minor changes like different things to throw at enemies besides the mana? Will there be minor changes like different things to throw at enemies besides mana cover? That's cool. I've feed that back as well. I think it'd be really cool to have different things to throw at enemies and stuff like that. It'd be really fun. I don't know is the honest answer, but this is stuff that we always like. Complex Games and Noah and the team are super in tune with listening to the community and such. I think you'll see that the updates they've had, and we always feed this stuff back. I'll be totally honest, the guys at Complex are taking a very well-deserved break at the moment, but they are coming straight back in, I think it's a couple of weeks' time, and we'll be feeding back all the responses from community and other areas to them.
Okay, no contact yet. Just moving up slowly but surely.
Benji says, I'm so bad at this game. Look, these games are notoriously tough. I tend to find when I start playing turn-based games, especially like this, you have to learn the game, and that sometimes means you have to fail the game a few times before you get it, and that is the beauty of these sorts of games. Once you learn to beat it, that's the enjoyment, because failing at a turn-based strategy game like Grey Knights can take time, and that sounds like a really silly thing to say. You can fail the game way before you've even realised you failed it. It could be that you've picked the wrong route for research, or you've picked the wrong sort of complement of your sort of Grey Knights, etc., the weapons, and it's too late for you to recover it. There's too many planets at too many different stages of bloom spawn, etc., and you don't realise that until later on. You could have ended the game way earlier. But half of the learning process is failing, and once you've failed, you then realise where you've gone wrong. I've done it with so many games, but trust me, Ben, once you start to get hold of this game, you'll love it, and you'll start just the enjoyment is going in and kicking some tail, some chaos heretics when you can. Don't give up, but don't give up.
Okay, so we've uncovered the enemy.
You found them. Oh, I saw. I did see a. I will come back to some of these questions and comments in the chat in a second. But I did see a Plague Marine, Bruce. What else have you got there? You got Plague Marine. So these. Oh, okay. All right. So what's your thoughts here?
So
Bruce?
I have the high ground, which is famously good news.
It is, unless you are Anakin Skywalker, in which case it's bad news. It's really bad news.
So my Purgator is pretty far back. I probably want to bring him up to start shooting.
So now he'll have one action point if he goes there.
That's true, and
So
I'd like to leave them in cover. So
okay, when you look at when you bring them forward, you'll see a little faint blue line. That will indicate if where you move them to, they'll be able to see the enemy. So you see those lines coming off them.
Yes.
That means in that position you'll be able to see the enemies. But I think it also indicates if they're able to damage them as well.
Right.
So it just depends. And obviously you've got this destructible. If you rotate the map again, Bruce, that is a generator that will blow up. So if you click on that, it should show you the radius.
So I think I've got something else selected, possibly.
Okay, maybe you have to actually target with the weapon rather than just clicking
yeah,
on that sort of
you're
thing. But there you go. Just things to be aware of. Just things to be aware of.
But
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
I know I can blow that up if I get close enough. Okay, so he's blocking out that way. I think the only way to do it at the moment is to just do it. So I'm going to move up, see if I can take a shot. I just don't like being out of cover so much. Tell you what, let's throw you in there first. So.
Do you know what? It's an interesting question, Otto. Why is the player characters aren't available to be? I'm assuming you mean as in like because you're the Force commander. Why can't you go down and sort of take part? I mean, there's obviously some. My initial thoughts behind that were like if you were playing this through as the game, you are the Force commander. Should your character be incapacitated or should your character die, the game could end. Which maybe that is what you're asking for. It's possible, but you know, it's an interesting point. I quite like being that overseeing force that isn't. Sounds like I'm a coward. But it isn't directly on the battlefield, but is there in spirit. Plague Marines, Heretics, Blam. You've left the Plague Marines on Overwatch at the moment. Just, I think it's trying to stop you to flank.
Yes, I'm kind of forced to go through this bottleneck, which I don't necessarily like.
Okay, interesting. Yes, so dark tech, that is correct. Yeah. So when you're looking at a thing, you have to target with a weapon to show the radius of its explosion.
Yeah.
That's something to bear in mind. Also remember, Bruce, grenades are your friend.
Correct. Yeah. I mean, there's only a couple bundled up together at the moment.
Yeah. I mean, you can't reach there.
Well, even if I could reach, I don't know if I've got them all in.
No. Yeah, you wouldn't get them all there.
Don't think I could hit all three.
No.
Oh wait, maybe I could. Looking at the circle on the ground because he's stood a bit further out. He's looking around that corner.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. You can't reach there anyways, I don't think.
I'd have to move forward. I've got.
I mean, he's got long range, and that weapon does pack quite a punch. So I would look at maybe something else with that. But it's look, I'm only gonna side seat strategize for so long. Try saying that after a few drinks. Side seat strategize.
Do I have a shot from here then?
So if you put the cursor to where it is, you can see there's one line that goes to both those. The Chaos looks like the Chaos Space Marine.
I think I'm hitting both of them for 2.
Well, you can choose to hit one of them, yeah.
Well, yeah.
But then if you go there, you might be able to use your I don't know the special ability you've got for this. I can't see from up here. So what have we got? Can we do scatter shot? I think no, you haven't got scatter shot. No, you won't be. You won't be in range.
No.
So yep.
Okay. Probably want to get rid of this.
I mean, I mean, the other guy, Disruption's not. Yeah, the other guy's not really. You can take his armor off, but it'll come back in the next turn. So this at least you'll get some wounds on.
Yeah, I think that's the way.
All right, and then you've obviously got covering fire as well, or support fire. Sorry, so that's great. So that's one of the enemies down. Is that 1 or 2 down?
1 down, I think. No, 2.
And here comes the Plague Marine.
So what are Plague Marines deal? How do they end up being corrupted?
Well, it's a long story, but the snapshot. So essentially, way back in the 31st millennia, there were legions rather than chapters of Space Marines, and I think there was 18 legions. I think numbers might be a bit dicey on this, and there was a big civil war. Basically, there was Primarch, so you got the Emperor, who's basically a god. And then he created genetically his sons, who are basically demigods, and each one of those had a legion. One of his favoured sons, the War Master Horus, he then sort of created a civil war where half the brothers turned against the other half, and with them went their legions. One of the brothers was Mortarion, who was the Primarch of the Death Guard. And so his legion went with them. So the Death Guard were renowned for being quite brutal. They would just plod through the enemy. They had a natural resistance to like poisons and stuff that was part of their sort of makeup. I think from the homeworld was barbarous, if I'm right in saying this. But that's not how they became this. They had I think Nurgle had a natural affinity to that legion. Oh my lord. But during the heresy I think it may have been en route to Terra or away from Terra, their flagship got stuck in the war. It was actually lured there by Grandfather Nurgle and Typhus, who was like the Primarch's #1 I know, bodyguard. I'm butchering this lore, by the way. He kind of like he'd made the deal, and he kind of tricks them into it, and they are suffering so badly, they have to give themselves over to Nurgle. So essentially, they become these awful, festering blobs of what they used to be.
Got it. Okay, that's why they're a lot more bloated and sickly looking than the normal ones.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to get into sort of 40k lore, I mean, the Heresy, when I got into it, which was like in the 80s, but the Heresy was kind of like it wasn't. I don't know, and people who are probably my age and were into this longer, like it was kind of spoken about, and everyone knew about the Horus and like the Primarchs. There was a war, but it was never really in a lot of detail. The series that's now, I no idea how many books it is. It's like 50 odd books, I think, and then you got the Siege of Terror series, and now goes into like the real detail of it, like how Horus fell to chaos and how he was tricked, and then what he does, and all the intricacies around it. It's a really, really great series. Don't get me wrong, some books are better than others, but that's just, I think, the way it is. But it's a really, really good read. Like I'm actually listening to Tales of Heresy again on my audiobook as I go to and from sort of work. I listen to them on audiobook.
Nice. Right, so we're approaching the bloom spawn now. We've uncovered a second set of enemies.
Ah, right, okay, so this is I like to call these the Death Mortar Plant. This thing packs quite the punch, Bruce.
Yeah.
You've also, did I see an Apostate Preacher in there as well?
You did.
I may have done. So.
I'm getting like strong Feed Me Seymour vibes from the
Yeah, this is quite a deadly,
yeah.
Bruce, I think Paul will be worried for you here. I'm worried for you. I've not really been paying attention to your tactics.
Well, so far it's been all right. I did blow up my own guy a bit.
You blew him up a bit.
Which is probably not...
Paul would approve of that. He'd be okay with that.
Probably not the strat, but otherwise it's going okay.
So we have a Seed Carrier as well. I can see one of those there, but they're not really your priority.
Right.
Remember, yes, Otto, it's a good point. Don't forget your stratagems. You do have those, so if you feel you need to lay in some heavy fire, I would definitely get your Purgator there to give some scatter shot if you can, because the thing about the Purgator is you can't pop them in Overwatch. So, like, either get them in position, take a kill shot or scatter shot, or whack on their Aegis Shield, sorry, I never know how to pronounce that, and keep them out of harm's way.
Okay.
That's right, Heather says, just a bit is a good way to be blown up. I mean, yeah, blown up just a bit.
It's the best amount to be blown up.
It's like saying, I only murdered him a bit, Your Honour. Okay, yeah. So he's got the autocannon. So he's stunned, which is it's a shame you can't get into the melee range because you could execute, but it's fine. We can just
yeah,
shoot him again.
I could hit a push with but it seems like a waste of the stratagem. I think it's unnecessary at this point.
What have you got here?
Still got movement left on the Purgator. Probably get a shot in, I think.
So I mean, the Purgator. If there was anyone I would spend my stratagem on, I would get your Purgator in range, take a shot. It's just the ammo you've got. The ammo that always gets me in the Purgator is making sure that you've got enough ammo to do what you want him to do.
Sure. I don't actually have a shot on because he's lower.
You're out of range. You're way out of range at the minute. Look,
no, I'm in range for him.
You?
It's just because the Witch Doctor guy he's down here. He's on a lower ground, so there's no sight there.
Yeah, but
I do have sight on this one.
Okay. Are you sure you're definitely in range, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think that's probably the best I'm going to get for now. I'm actually quite happy with the cover I'm in.
Okay. I say I won't get too close to that bloom spawn because it packs quite the punch. So that's the autocannon guy out there. That's actually pretty decent because he can pack a punch.
Yes, no, the support fire on the Interceptor's actually taken out 2 guys now, so that's a really good, really good perk to have. Just looking for any other opportunities. I don't think I can get a...
Otter, it's really high praise indeed. As a fan of both those games, I have had so much fun with this. Like, I was very, very lucky to be there when we were shown this. Blimey, I can't think. It would be a year and a bit ago when I first saw Chaos Gate. Just careful of that warp surge there. You know, something's coming through there, so that knight will be massively exposed. And to see it become the game it is, it's great, and that's the players enjoying it. So yeah, I love this game. purge the cultists, says Dark Tech. Yes, this is good, Bruce. This is going right. And you've got your teleport as well. Let's not forget him.
Correct. I'll be using that to move in when it's time to.
Yeah, to lay waste to the.
I'd love to be here, but I don't want to open up that cover
Yeah,
yet.
let them do it. You got over what? Oh, okay, all right. Here he comes. So yeah, I recommend the Heresy books. They are a really good read. Ah, see that what he used there bypasses your armor, which is what makes him such a pain.
Right. But I can disrupt him doing that if I deal damage.
Yeah, I mean,
at this point.
to be fair, your armor's just done its job there, but he's going to take quite a bit of
taking a bit of a beating.
Yeah. Have you got an apothecary? That is the apothecary, is it?
Yes.
Okay, so they're pinned, which isn't the end of the world. Just means they move slower. That means they're now definitely going to have to move. Or at least one of them's definitely going to have to move. And what we've got coming through the door here, not great either.
Okay.
This is definitely where your Purgator's scatter shot comes into play. There's a nice bunch of them all just around the corner here.
What is your will?
If I can, I would love to hit all of those.
My only thing I'd say with this, Bruce, is you're right, but I would save your grenade just for the moment. I would definitely try and hit that group with your Purgator, because the scatter shot with the Purgator does so much damage and will probably wipe all of those out. And if you fire a grenade, it won't kill all of them. It will spread them around the map.
Sure. So I can go here and use the scatter shot.
And don't forget, you've got a stratagem.
Yes, this might be the turn to use it.
If you're not within range, and you're
I've
not,
got to be much closer for the scatter
so
shot.
I would look at using your stratagem potentially.
Sure. I'm trying to remember. Is it up here?
There you go.
All right. Okay. So the scatter shot has that much range. Okay, so I have to move that much further forward. Would it hit them all from there, do you think?
I would err on the side of caution here, and I would just get a bit closer, mate. I would not mess around.
The extra action point, though.
Yeah. Okay. Well, go for it.
Because it's one space of difference.
It's one space.
Yeah. Let's see.
Let's see. No.
No.
But still, it's a healthy. It's still 4, and you can throw a grenade afterwards. Has he got a grenade? No, he hasn't got a grenade.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yes, Commander.
All right. Well, that's 3 down. And you need to reload anyways. But you are exposed, so you can either run away. When I say run away, grenades don't do that. It's a withdraw.
Withdraw. Right.
Right.
Got some thinking to do.
Yeah, and you don't want to get drawn in too close to that.
At your service.
Nice thought. I like what you're doing here.
That's a move. Only leaves one attack.
Is this teleporting?
Yeah.
It does. Yeah. I mean, look. Let's just see. If we fail, we fail. Look, this is going to be interesting. But you have to remember, you're very close to that bloom spawn, so
yes.
It will. But we need to get rid of this guy. He's going to be a pain. Otherwise, he's going to strip through your armor and start doing some. Now you've got one more attack. Can he target?
I'm out of ammo on this, on the Purgator, so it's got to be someone else.
Can you reload with him?
I can.
Spend
but
that action.
That's his final action point.
Yeah. See, without you put his Aegis shield on. Maybe wait and see where we're sitting at the end of the round to see where we sit.
Yeah, I think that might be the way. Wish I had more action points. that is the problem with the game.
You could probably. I would recommend doing that using some willpower to finish that guy off, because it's going to be a warp surge next turn anyways.
Yeah, you're right.
So let's just. I think you need to start thinning the ranks.
I agree.
And then we've got this. This is your most wounded knight. So, I mean, that was you could maybe move him forward to there, yeah, and then throw a grenade to knock those 2 back, because they're melee. Remember those 2 at the back there are melee units, Bruce. Those 2 that are sitting in.
Yes.
I would have. Yeah. Okay. That's not. Yep. Hopefully, this will knock them away.
So if I place it in front of them.
Hopefully, you don't know, but that's the theory. Let's see.
Send them back a bit.
They're certainly going to do some damage. That's good. That's good. So hopefully it keeps them far away, because that big boy there, he does a bit of an explodey when he dies.
Yes, no, I'm aware of that. It's a bit grim. Probably want to stay away from it.
Yeah, there's a good point here. It says I would not have put too many knights that close to each other with the bloom spawn, which is what I was trying to say. But it doesn't matter now, Bruce. We're going to see how this pans out, because he's now completed his ritual. And now we've got this guy. He's got a ways to go, though, which is good. And that's worked out nicely, that grenade, Bruce. So these just these two out of the fray, and he's tried to run away, which is great. So he's taken an immediate attack. So he should be dead next turn when we get him, because we'll definitely.
Okay, he's giving them all a bit of a boost.
Yeah, he's opened that door.
Okay, that's rude, but all right.
I'm fairly certain your gun's bigger than his, so you should win this one. But there's two here. Ouch! Ooh. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. So I would definitely recommend the Apothecary using some healing either on himself or someone else, because they're plagued at the minute, so they're going to take some damage.
Yeah. Okay. Got to do a big thing here.
Yeah. Like, it's the worry at the moment for me is the bloom spawn is going to be stunned for 2 turns. That is, you need to free him out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely.
So you can free them out of this.
Yeah, so I would slice that open. Yeah, confirm. That's good. So he basically, his presence purges the chaos around him. Right. We need to finish this turn spread out, doing damage to everything. So if you move him, remember he'll take a hit. So you can probably slice this guy up and then slice the guy at the bottom as well. Let's take care of him, and let's finish him off. Yep. That takes him out of the equation.
And we can
I would probably start doing some damage to this if possible. I'd force strike it, yeah.
Do some gardening. There we go.
Alright. So, let's not keep everyone bunched up. So, remember when we get to your Apothecary, we probably definitely want to do some healing. I'd probably get me in some cover as well. Maybe go to your left, Bruce, with these two. Paul's saying your Apothecary has no willpower.
I've got a servo skull though.
Yeah, I'd heal yourself, absolutely. And I would probably pull him back, because he's going to be invaluable. Maybe the other side, maybe, oh, I don't know, maybe back here, Bruce, where you were coming from, to take on these two guys over here.
Oh, there's 2? Oh, you're right.
Yeah, there's 2 there. Can you get to a point where there's 1 action point left? No. That's a shame. He's gonna have to take a hit, I think, Bruce. To be fair, do you have any other stratagems, by the way?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
All right, send the Just card to bonk him.
Nice. Well, that's 1 down. Just because that's my character, by the way. Just doing the work. Don't bunch them up. Whatever you do, don't bunch them up, because.
Got full action points left on this one.
Yeah, I'd start thinning the numbers, mate.
Yeah. Cool. They're a bit more spread now. I reckon with 1 point left, I prefer just to. I've got a shot, but can't see him. Can shoot the plant. Disruption don't do anything to it particularly. Yeah, let's do that.
Paul's saying there's a seed pod that you can grab hold of somewhere.
Sweet.
And it's some more covering fire, which is great. Out of ammo though. This guy's plagued, but don't worry.
I forgot about him.
Yeah, but I think you picked the right. You took the right moment, I think, Bruce. I think you had no option but to. Oh no, and he's walked away and killed him. Right, so we're down to.
Splash.
Yoink. Yeah, that is a pain. We need to get this thing dead.
Yeah, I'm trying. Oh man, this thing is bulky now. Okay.
So this guy is going to give you no end of drama unless you kill him. So I think you're going to have to.
right, but I don't want to be next to him when that happens.
If you move away, he's gonna chop you.
That's the point.
So you're kind of gonna have to make him go boom, I think.
If I Aegis Shield first, will that help?
Yes.
You're filling me with confidence. All right. Disable the explosion. Sure, let's do that. That seems good. Cool.
Right, this guy, I would pull him back. He'll come back if he's downed. Maybe it's time to just start wailing in on him.
I think so.
So that's some of its armor gone, so we can. Right, we now start taking hit points.
Right, progress.
Yeah, I think just start Boshington. I think is the only way we can do this. Yeah, just start doing as much damage. Anything they're very close here, Bruce.
They are.
+2 damage. You will have that. Nice. And we're 4-strike it. Nice. And now we've got the. Is this your pocket 3? Yeah, it is. Yeah. You can. Can he finish it off? He's got no willpower left, has he? Where's that seed pod?
So close.
Seed pod's over there. Look, there's a seed pod, but that only gives you willpower. Won't let you do any damage.
Ah, I think I'm 1 point short.
Who knows? You could be lucky. Shoot it. Says. Yeah. Can you do a range attack, Bruce? Then you'll get.
I'm not close enough.
Yeah, but you can get to there. Get to where it says 2, not 1.
But then
You get 2 shots.
Okay, let's try.
Use the force, Bruce. Maybe, yeah, just try it. Cybolt. You get Cybolt? You don't have enough willpower. That's fine. Shoot once. Hopefully there'll be enough in there to shoot again. At least you won't be bunched up. Enough. Nicely done. Thank you, Otto. Good shout. Right. So.
Sweet. All right. Let's go on, boys. Mission success.
No, you've got one more of those to do now, Bruce. What was your debuff? Kill 4 enemies with grenades.
Yeah, I've used like 2 or 3 grenades already.
Okay.
We've got
all right.
1 left.
You might get one of the guys that summons all like the zombies that are a 1 hit point jobby, so that can easily be a.
Sure, let's hold out for that.
I would personally, regroup. Get some, you guys. Don't forget that seed pod, by the way.
Yes, I'll have to grab that with one of the others.
Just because you'll get will. Use your medic. Use your medic. It might not be this turn, but use your medic because you get a will point back for doing that, and you're going to need that later on.
Sure.
I think you definitely want to use that servo skull as well on one of the 2 guys just to get them sort of back in the fight. They need a bit of regrouping here, Bruce, but just be careful that warp storm is on 45%.
Sure. So far, so good. I'm happy with the way it's going.
Yeah, the end game of this is very, very tough. So good luck. Good luck with the purging. And be very careful not to activate another squad. And don't forget you need that. You need the seed pod for your willpower.
Okay, I'll get that.
I mean, it's up to you. Don't let me tell you.
It seems like a good tip. I will go pick that up. Yes, you've fallen ill. Sorry about that.
I've fallen ill.
Yeah, I think you were the one who was plagued. Oh no, that's me. It's the interceptor. No, it's not.
No, it's me.
It is you.
It is me.
Okay, cool. That's all right then.
What do you mean that's all right then? It's not right. 80%. Yeah, so I would start looking at.
It's a square short.
That's fine. Get him into position. You're gonna need that willpower. And that knight will be up in 3 turns. But you've also got. So this is up to you. You deal with how you want to, but. You've got a warp surge pretty much imminently, so I would probably get your squad all lined up, ready to go, see what the warp surge is, get your seed pod, heal up whoever else you can heal up, and then move on to your second bloom spawn.
Sounds like a plan.
Yes, Commander.
I think I've got to end the turn. Not much else to do. Another reinforcement.
Yes, good shout. Paul says, whilst popping on your Aegis shield, it does increase the warp surge.
Okay.
Right, let's grab this. Nice. So we've got some willpower back. We're going to need that. Let's get back up there, and let's do some healing. Can the other Grey Knights recover? Oh no, okay, no. This is interesting.
Just want to get the apothecary back. Who needs healing the most? Probably this one. So let's move up to this range.
All right, and you can probably use your actual Narthesium because you've got willpower, right, on the other one, or not? No, you can't. Okay, all right.
Not enough.
Not enough. So we're in the end game now, Bruce. Good luck.
Right.
So remember, let's deal with the forces first. Let's not get too close to that. Because I think where you hit the most amount of trouble there was the Bloomspawn was mortaring you and doing so much damage.
It landed a couple hits.
So I think it's maybe let's try and stave it off a little bit here and wreak havoc from distance.
Sure. Yeah, it got a couple hits in which were really damaging, so let's try and avoid that.
Yes, that's right, you need more than one willpower to heal. It's alright, Paul. Bruce has got this. I have full faith in him. He's gone full Paul. Full Paul. And the other thing I like these sort of games is like you can be in missions where it looks hopelessly lost and then suddenly just it really makes you think about all your abilities, how you're going to use them, and you can turn it around. So we're halfway there.
I mean, you said it now, you have to sing the whole song.
I'm not seeing living up. That is oil on the floor. just pointing it out. Just saying, just in case stuff does.
It's slippery, right?
It's slippery, yeah, and they might fall over and hurt themselves in the oil. So be careful. So yeah, that's the Death Guard, and I don't think the Death Guard actually. To go back to your question, the Death Guard, I don't think they. Oh, do they feel pain, chat? I can't remember this. I don't know if they feel pain, but essentially they don't die. They just they get like ripped to shreds and stuff like that. But I'm not sure they actually die. Otto says the Emperor protects. He does. I like the way you're actually still going to use the door here, even though there's no walls for this building.
We're going to knock and everything, just to be polite. Let's move up to it first, though.
So the only thing I'm just conscious of, Bruce, you'll be hitting this second Bloomspawn just as the warp surge comes in.
Yes, which is not.
It's not ideal.
Not great timing, but don't think I can actually. Ooh, can I cross there? Maybe, but I don't particularly want to. It's very open. Let's go this way.
Paul's given some good advice. Is you don't slip in oil. You just catch fire in glorious flames.
As long as it's glorious.
There is actually so there's another thing where I don't know the full history of this. There's actually a chapter. I don't actually know they are a legion who appear and help beleaguered space marines in their most direst. And it's called the Legion of the Damned, and they actually appear like ghosts. They're like a ghost legion, and they're wreathed in flames. And they basically, to my knowledge, are indestructible killing machines that turn up and just murderize everything that is in sight. I don't know a huge amount about them, but I do know that they, when they turn up, anything that they're fighting basically dies. And to my knowledge, no one or nothing has ever killed a member of the Legion of the Damned. And I don't really know what the history is behind them. They're like the boogeymen of 40k.
Right, that's fascinating. I quite like them.
So whether they are like, because there are chapters that are lost. So out of all the Primarchs and stuff like that, there are certain Primarchs you don't know about who are just, they are out of history before even the heresy starts. I'm not sure if they had their own chapters. I do know that the Space Wolves, which are my chosen chapter, they are one of the chapters that were designed specifically to police other chapters. So if they did something wrong, the Space Wolves would go and kick them about, which is why they get sent to the Thousand Suns. There is a line, I can't remember what book it is, and it mentions that they've done it before. So they have obviously wiped out another chapter in the past. So whether the Legion of the Damned are part of that chapter, I don't really know.
Right. So each chapter has a purpose as such.
Kind of. They have traits. I think they're very much designed like with, like, the Space Wolves are Nordic. The White Scars are like their sort of history is like they're very much like Genghis Khan and stuff like that. Like the Blood Angel are very vampiric and stuff like that. So they're kind of like loosely based on like human tropes and stuff like that.
Got it.
But they do have. I think I'm right in saying every chapter has like a benefit of their gene father. So like the Space Wolves have like canines and stuff like that, and they are enhanced sense of smell. I think I'm trying to think this through now. What else? Who else has got what? Chat better help me out here. I'm trying to think what chapters do. So you've got the Imperial Fists that are basically they build fortresses, so they're very good at painting walls. I give them a hard time. They seem really boring to me. I love their colour scheme, but they just are very very not dull. Dull's the wrong word. I keep saying dull, and like they're not. But you know, everyone hates on the Ultramarines because Ultramarines are like the poster boy for Space Marines, and the Ultramarines are basically the Romans. So when you see Rabute Gilliman, he has like the laurel around his head, and
because Ultramarines strike me as like the OG when you think Warhammer.
Yes,
you think the blue Space Marine.
Yes, absolutely. So, but they formed the Codex Astartes, so that it was basically their Primarch that said after the heresy that no one person should be in charge of this many Space Marines. So they were broken into chapters, with the exception of the Space Wolves, who kind of went, "That's cool, but we're not doing that." But they are very much like they devised all the tactics, and they were like, you don't break tactics. So they are very much the Romans.
Sure.
Which is why I think they get such a hard time.
I see.
Yeah, but what have the Ultramarines ever done for us? Where's the Codex Astartes? Yeah, but apart from that, where is this Imperium Secundus? So this is really like nerdy 40k crossover jokes with Monty Python. I apologise for nothing.
I enjoyed it. So the Grey Knights, then, they've got a special relationship with the Emperor, don't they?
Kind of, yes. So they are formed from the heresy. So when the heresy took part, the Grey Knights are formed out of the most loyal of all Space Marines. So actually one of the founding members of the Grey Knights, not Garrow, it was Garrow. He was from the Death Guard, so who you're fighting in this. But he was loyal to the Emperor, so it was like, this is exactly the sort of person we need to be in the Grey Knights. And so he was one of the founders. But he was actually not from Barbarous, he was actually from Earth originally, so I don't know if that makes a difference, but yes, so they were formed. What's the name? Malkador the Sigillite. He was like this super powerful psyker, and he helped train them, and they were. I think when the heresy is kicking off, they are basically being built on Titan, the moon, and he sort of puts this psychic ward over Titan and hides it, and then when it comes out, it goes in with like 100 Space Marines, and when they come out, there's like a full legion of Grey Knights when it reappears.
Gotcha. Okay.
Otto, yeah. What was her name? The one that she sort of spreads the. Is it Levictus Divinitus? She's the one that starts writing saying that he's a god, and I can't remember what it is though. Paul saying there's a bunch of enemies with a grenade there.
There are, yes. I think I've used all the action points on the character with the grenade, though, annoyingly. Which was not very.
You've got
foresightful.
Yeah, I mean, you could move them forward and do scatter shot. Can you get scatter shot from that corner?
From here?
Yeah, you may be able to get scatter shot to that group, a little pod there. If you don't, you could certainly come to and kill the ones by the interceptor. Because are they all melee units? I can't see. So if you aim to your left there, Bruce, so you can get 3, kill 2, wound 1. But are they all melee units? Just zoom in. So they're going to have to come to you anyways. So these guys are going to do some damage to your interceptors, and maybe it's worthwhile using.
This one is weakened already, so maybe the other one.
Well, if you do scatter shot, you'll get both.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So if you just aim it so it just gets both of them. Ta-da!
Yeah, that's pretty good. Good tip.
All right. So now we've got one range unit over here. So we've got, is this a melee unit in front of you as well? Yeah, it means to get rid of this guy. And then the others have to come to you to fight you, right? So.
Yes, that's true.
Swing that thing says grenade. I'm not sure if we have a unit with grenades with action points left. Oh, this is going to explode.
Oh yes, he did. He did explode.
He popped, and this guy is quite wounded.
Yeah.
And that'd be the second down for that guy as well, I think. Yeah, it would be.
It would be.
Don't worry. Just be. Yeah, just take care of this guy. Okay, cool.
Okay.
I would consider before you move. If they all have to come to you and looking at that, you got 90% until warp surge. You're out of range of the Bloomspawn. Am I correct?
Yes, I think so.
I would start setting up some fields of Overwatch and letting them run towards you and take some fire rather than you running into them. They have to close the distance, right?
They do. They do. I've only got this character left, though.
So you can move up one little spot and then
Move up
activate
a bit and then set up a...
Overwatch, yeah. So that looked pretty good. They just had it that one.
I would like to have 2 action points just for the extra Overwatch
Oh, the extra shot. Yeah, makes sense. So the good thing, I think everyone in chat is playing this game, but the other thing about Overwatch in here is you can, if you set Overwatch at the start of your turn and you haven't done anything else and you've got a full clip and someone walks in, that is 3 shots you'll take because it's as many, you can have as many shots in Overwatch as you do have action points and ammo in your gun. So there you go, you've got your 2 rounds off. Yeah. So that actually worked pretty well doing that. So they had to come towards you. Groan, this is what you needed because he's going to raise some undead poxwalkers, and these are 1-shot jobbies. So this is Grenade Town. If you can get your, yeah, there's going to be a lot of poxwalkers here, but don't worry, grenades and you've got scatter shot. So depending how ballsy you're feeling, Bruce, do you still want to go for your stratagem?
I think we've got to.
Your knights suffer Hobbled Affliction for 3 turns. Okay, so you're not very mobile, so
that's okay. That's
ranged all the way. That's fine.
It's not the end of the world. He's the Burgator, so...
Well, you're going to need to get him in. Right, who's got a grenade? He has. So let's see if you can even get your...
I think...
That's not going to... No. No, that's not going to... You need to kill 4, right?
Yeah, I don't think I've got 4. Not from here, anyway.
I think you are... Yeah, I think you're right. So maybe let's have a look at, maybe it's worthwhile looking at your Purgator first, mate, and seeing how many they can kill with that scatter shot. And then you'll know where everybody else is, right? You've got to reload, I think.
Sure.
I have sanctified my rounds.
And scatter shot's
free tequila, yes, that's the one. Thank you. So you get 4. Good. That's a great. I think it's worth doing, right?
We'll take it.
And at least now we know where everything else stands. I think your grenade might be over here, ready to pop this group.
Oh, there's a shot here, but it's... Oh, you've got to reload after doing the scatter shot.
Yeah, he has, yeah. It's well, reload, you know. It's, so do we...
think that's got to be the play, because he's going to explode.
There we go. So you've got to reload.
Yeah.
But he's got another shot there, right? He's only 3 action points, so that's nice.
Shot.
We can take this guy down. Nicely done.
Okay. That's 6 units removed this turn.
Yeah, I'm worried about this guy's health though, Bruce.
Which one?
The one you were just on, yeah, like he's super low.
Having a rough time.
Do you have range? I would remember these are all melee units, so I would definitely be setting up Overwatch Fields of Fire here because they've got to come to you. And they've got 4 action points and full ammo, right? So let's utilise it.
Sure.
I'd probably do the same, mate. They're going to have to cross that line. They have to cross this walkway, right? I'll just set Overwatch, mate.
Sure.
I mean,
yeah.
I'm just saying, there is 6 shots there you can take, and I'd reload him, and then you're sorted, right? Okay. Fingers crossed. Pray to the God Emperor, and let's hope that this pans out for you. Oh no. He's out.
Yeah, he's gone.
Oh, you had no ammo.
Right. Yeah. Probably would have helped to have some bullets in the gun.
It might have done. Yeah.
Pro tip.
All right. Well.
Oh no, I am snatching defeat from the jaws of victory at the moment.
It's still all doable, Bruce. You can still kill these. Yeah, let's murderize this person. Beautiful. Avenge your fallen comrade. Right. Now. The problem is here, Bruce, is you still got this
big old plant
to kill. So yeah, I would moxie up with everyone as much as possible. And then on your next turn, you're going to have to go in wailing, really.
Can we see the plant's range? No. We just have to hope we're not too
Don't
close.
get, yeah, I won't get too. Oh, that's a massive melting pot of death you're going to take cover next to, but I think you'll be out of range. The other thing to be aware of as well is we're not sure if there's any more enemy units over here, so
we might uncover some if we're unlucky.
there's definitely something over
we're in
there.
that direction. Okay, fine. Let's hope we
Right.
don't wander over here.
Oh no.
Splat. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Missed.
Sweet. Okay.
Missed.
We'll
All
take
right. Okay. This is definitely seat your pants time.
All right. It is squeaky time. I think just teleport in and start wailing is pretty much the play.
Okay. He's going in. I appreciate this. This Grey Knight is going full. Like this is it. The end is near.
Chop chop.
All right. Well, he's taken 10 off it, so
Okay, got to be closer than that.
I would go with this where it says 2, just in case you are in range. Can you get 2 shots from there?
Yes, but the damage is reduced when you're within this.
Yeah.
Closer
Okay. Maybe it's
range.
worthwhile taking that one more powerful shot. Maybe from the cover on that. Can you
From
get him
here?
from there? Can you get it from there?
There's got to be a shot.
Oh, I don't know, mate. I don't know if you can. Glory for the Emperor, mate. I'd just stay out in the open and just go for it. You've got to make every shot count at this point.
Sure. All right, reloading as well.
Well, that's awkward.
Yeah. Okay. Well, okay. It can't kill all of them at once.
I mean, you have no reaction points to go there.
I need to get closer though.
Okay. We're going to have to really hope that you get some good news on this round. What do you think, chat? Paul's screaming reload.
That's okay. Actually,
It's actually the best option he could have
yeah,
gone for
I'm
there.
alright with that. That's okay.
Is beneath me.
The bloom rises.
It's not full yet. Okay. Let's shoot this plant up.
Start murdering.
Yeah, we'll take
And
that.
that's useful. And again.
Yeah, we'll have a. Hang on. Go again.
Yeah. And hopefully we'll get a bit more.
Yeah, support fire. There we go.
Right, so it looks like we're definitely gonna get this thing murdered.
Mow that right down. Call me the weed killer.
Return to the edict for decontamination. Well, I'll be honest. I think you look. I'll be honest. I think you did well to come out of that alive because although we lost me, I think it was me. I died, didn't I?
All premeditated.
Yep, that makes sense, doesn't it? I mean, it's not like you to get me killed, but I think you did well to get through the mission. Considering you had wounded knights going in, you also picked a glorious deed.
Yeah, which I'm annoyed I couldn't pick up, but I had to be a bit generous with the grenades early on. So
I think maybe maybe they recovered the body. Maybe I'm not actually dead. Maybe I'm just critically wounded. Maybe I've been garridoed.
you might have been. All right, we're plus 10 servitors and we're down a corruption. And we get some juicy rewards as well.
Okay, I would probably look at picking a knight. Is there a knight there you can get?
We have Creus Decran, who's
a rank 3 Justicar.
Oh,
I
that's
would
good.
absolutely take that as your reward.
We're down a rank 3 Justicar, actually.
Are
funnily
we?
enough.
Why is that then?
Well, I guess the one we had just wasn't particularly mighty.
I think you'll find that he did a lot of saving in that mission.
Okay, we've also got some.
We've got some armor, some weapons, or we've got.
They're all tier 1, whereas
Yeah.
the knight's tier 2, so I'm most
I
keen
mean, a
on
level
the-
3. We'll take that. Yeah, I think that's a good shout.
Is there anything else here I like? Though? I normally like taking armor. Extra focus. I'm not crazy about it, actually. I think we'll hold on to the requisition for some other rewards. We'll take the
We'll take the knight
tier
because I
2
think we're definitely
rank
down a
3
knight. So
yeah, cool. We'll take that. I'm satisfied.
all right. So
There we go.
critically wounded, but I'm not dead.
Not deaded.
So I've actually suffered the same fate that your character did in Paul's playthrough.
Correct.
Zach has been promoted, so well done, Zach.
Well earned. Well done, producer Zach.
Well done, producer Zach. You've earned yourself a promotion. But yeah, all right. So I didn't die. I'm just critically wounded. All right, Bruce.
You should be all right with that, I think.
I'm fine with that. Just been noted.
You actually got. I think you've lost 2 resilience, so this has happened before, it would seem.
Oh, that is. I'm not. Why am I not surprised?
Whereas
Why
all
am I
have all
not
their resilience
surprised?
left, so you're halfway gone, but that's okay. That means you're halfway left.
Otto says the sniper perk is great. Do you mean the astral aim one, Otto? Is that what you're saying? Astral aim is great.
Astral aim. Whereabouts is that?
I'd have
Here.
to on the it's somewhere in there. I can't remember which one it is, mate. You might have to go to the. Is it?
Astral aim down
You'll
here.
work your way down there. It's a really good one because you can target. You can essentially target parts of the body.
Precision targeting plus 10 crit seems great.
It's a good one. I'd get down there if I were you.
See, the thing is, this Purgatory is specialised up here towards the silencer,
Okay.
which is my preferred weapon.
Okay.
I think if we need a bit more progress down here already, I would be going for it, but I want to use these 2 points to their full effect at the further ends of the tree.
Fair enough.
Return fire is
Super
powerful.
cool. Yeah. Well, that actually, I think, almost saved you in the last game.
Oh, well, the support fire from the... Yeah, getting those extra shots in
Yeah.
saves your action points, deals damage, it's super strong. I think we're going to go for that one, and I really like the... Ooh, ignoring cover with the silencer is great, but then also the support fire we know is good. I think we're just going to take the extra shots on both
We just
counts.
have to get better at remembering to reload. I think that's the one thing we have to
I do
remember
just
is
wish
like
the
reload,
guns
reload.
were always full of ammo. But
I think,
alas,
yeah. I mean, I think that's another interesting fact about Grey Knights is their ammo is blessed by the blood of dead psychers. I think they sacrifice psychers to like sanctify their weapons
Right.
because they're the good guys.
So
they
maybe I
make
shouldn't
them-
be so frivolous with the ammo. I need to
Maybe that's
respect
why they're
it
a bit more frivolous. Yeah, they're like, you know, why use? You're like use 5,000 bolt rounds, and like we could probably just use 2.
Right. Any other upgrades to do? Do we have time for another mission? Are we going to hop in again, or what's the plan?
We've got another half hour, 40 minutes yet. So I think so. My clock on this laptop is obscenely out of sync with everything else, with reality.
Okay.
I believe.
Right.
But yeah, sure.
Should we go and try and check out that other mission then that we looked at earlier, which we said was
Yes.
over here?
Yes.
9 days left to reach. A few
I would
days
probably
prime.
advise not going for a glorious deed in this one.
But the glory.
Sure. Okay.
And
All
the
right.
deed.
Well. Okay. Well,
2 reasons to go. And do
glory and the deed.
that. Indeed.
Indeed. Great. Yes, just one more turn. So, chat, does anyone have a particular favourite character or chapter or legion? And Bruce, if you have any more questions about 40k, I will do my best to try and answer as much as I can.
Sure.
Here we go.
So, the gods that you mentioned,
The Chaos Gods.
yeah, they all
Yes.
seem pretty bad news for everyone.
Yeah?
Are there any gods that are good news?
No.
Right.
Well, you could argue the Emperor is a god, although he say he isn't. I think there's a plot line. I'm sure it's where Horus. Spoilers. He sort of goes he goes through like this gate, and he's essentially gone for seconds to his legion, but he's actually gone for like a long time. And he goes and basically goes to all the houses of the gods. And what they're basically saying is like the Emperor is kind of like he's another god who's still manipulating everybody else into like conquering the galaxy. He technically is the good guy, but in the 41st millennium, like there isn't really.
Even
I don't
the good
think
guys
there's.
are bad guys.
I don't think there's one good faction out there. I don't think there is. The Tau are like for the greater good, but even they aren't. They have caste system. The Eldar actually created Slanesh, if I'm correct, chat, because they became so like hedonistic and so full of themselves that their sort of behaviour birthed a god, and that's why their race is in decline. But then you've got like the Necrons, who are kind of like an ancient race, and they're sort of coming back into it. The Satan, who are like the ancient beings, who like the I don't know whether they were gods or what. The Tyranids, who aren't necessarily a god, but they're a faction. But no one's nice. No one's good in 40k.
Right. Understood. So I've given your hammer to this one.
As should be.
I feel like you'll make better use of it.
I take look. I can understand being, wounded. I can't take the slight against my good name. I was doing Arthur 2, brilliant, fantastic. I've now become some sort of like supercomputer, Great. Paul's saying, name the new Justicar Sally.
Sure, that's much better. Whoops, not the enter button. The one that puts the letters in. Right. Let's see how Sally does.
I mean, I'm not saying the last Justicar fared very well with you, Bruce, but at least this one goes in with full health.
So should we see, that's true, the only unwounded soldier. So their specialty is actually down this part of the tree. So what have they got? They've got extra health, that's good.
Honor chapter is really good actually. Paul uses this to great effect. So
Giving extra AP is
brilliant. It's a really useful tool.
Okay, he's got an additional AP, extra war gear slot. Okay, we probably should check that out. Yeah.
So just watch the camera on that. I have watched that YouTube series, by the way, Emperor's Text to Speech. It is very, very funny. The orcs are actually super powerful because weren't they bred by another race though? I need to check on this, but they were. I think they were supposed to be like bred for a reason to fight something else. I can't remember what it is, but they are like they have like latent psychic abilities. So you got the weird boys, and I'm sure there's something going on at the moment like where the orcs are fighting the Tyranids, and they're like if the Tyranids win, they'll just become so powerful because they absorb the orcs' genetic material, and there's so much genetic material with the orcs. They basically I think they spread like a fungus. They don't actually mate, if I'm correct. They have like a fungus on the planet, and then it grows into orcs. But I do love some of their weaponry. I can't remember what the gun's called. They have a teleportation gun that fires grotlings at people, and like if it lands, like it's so unfortunate for the grotlings, which is like. Or snotlings, or whatever they are, they're like tiny Gretchen or whatever, worse than that. And it fires them through the warp, and like awful things can happen to them in the warp because they can either just get eaten by the warp, die in the warp. They can appear as just paste, but sometimes they appear in people and then eat their way out. It's gruesome.
That's terrible. So the warp, then, do we know what's in there?
Not really. The Immaterium, I think, is what it's referred to as, is like this second other dimension. It's constantly trying to claw its way in.
It's where demons come from, right?
Essentially, yeah.
Okay.
And the Emperor knew about this for a long time, which is why he sort of forbade Psykers sort of using their powers, because he was aware like how it would weaken the walls between reality and this other realm. And Chaos is desperately trying to get through to consume humanity.
But there are sort of exceptional, powerful characters who can actually traverse the warp.
Yeah, there's loads. There's actually a lot. I mean, a lot of the issues come from people who think they are powerful enough to handle it, and they let demons in or become possessed by demons. A lot of the Inquisition is a bit of a trope.
Right.
In 40k, it's like I'm the Inquisitor, and everyone goes, "You're clearly possessed because you've been dabbling around with stuff you shouldn't be doing." "Oh, I know what I'm doing. This is fine. I'll just touch the warp, and it'll all be okay." And then suddenly become possessed by a demon. But there are like really like the Grey Knights. They're all Psykers. They all are incorruptible. We spoke about Khador Drago, who basically is like the Rorschach character who just hangs around. He was cursed to live in the Chaos Realm, but now they kind of don't want him because he's just in there just murdering everything. Actually fought Mortarion, carved the former Grandmaster's name into Mortarion's heart. So there are some super powerful Psykers that can traverse the warp and stuff like that, but a lot of people shouldn't.
Right, understood.
On my way.
Okay, so it's another Bloomspawn mission.
Well, the last one went well. So, move in controlled packs, watch the warp count, watch your ammo, remember your stratagems. I believe in you.
Okay. I think I'm already not really going the right way. Well, no, we could. Yeah, okay, we can go this way.
So I missed that board thing. Was that the orcs were created to fight the Tyranids? And they may have been. I can't remember if that was the answer to the question. I just remember they were created by another race.
Fool. Zorak. I am here to serve. Advancing. The foe is close. Let the hunt continue.
Okay. Patrol over there.
Lots of statues. Paul's a big fan of statues. And statues do a huge amount of damage.
Yeah, it looks pretty hefty. You wouldn't want that falling on you.
So remember, I think we have to be some learnings here is like make sure that we activate these pods when everyone's clustered together, potentially. Paul says shoot them all.
Good tip.
Good tip, Paul. Thank you.
Standing ready.
Actually, I reckon if we can get the Purgator on that side, frees up some space for the others.
Yeah, I like this. This is a very tactical manoeuvre. This is fire manoeuvre. I like this, Bruce.
Yeah, I like the Interceptor at the back because they can always teleport in.
Yeah.
It's a bit.
So, well, it's fine as long. Oh, as I say, it's fine if you do that as your last move, because of that. So,
Like
had
say-
you moved at the third person and then moved their last action point to
Right.
activate that. So, if you'd moved them sort of in line with the other two and left them an action point, moved your last Marine, and then used the last action point, your Intercept at the back would have been much further
Closer.
forward and got his
Yeah.
3 action points back. But
true.
it's all right. They're clustered together, and there's a fire there. There's a fiery brazier,
A fiery brazier.
unlike the fiery brazier. That's going to do a lot of Bernie.
I mean, that's
a lot
fun.
of Bernie.
We can't not do that.
And that also means that if you have a grenade,
Which I do. Oh, that's so good. we cannot not do that. It's got to be done.
there we go. Purgator is he's had enough. It's the last mission. He's got some issues to get through.
There we go.
And an achievement
Purging
for you, Bruce.
spree.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
Cool. Off to a much better start. Right. That has knocked him back a bit though, so we are going to have to move up, I think. Bring Sally forward.
So who have we got left?
There's a shot there, I think.
We've got that preacher, the guy at the back. So we can get rid of this guy. That's fine. But now we've still got this preacher. Now we know the issue with this preacher is that he can go through your armour.
Yeah.
So let's see what we can do to stop that happening.
Yes. The only unfortunate thing about setting them all on fire is we've now created an obstacle for ourselves.
You can go around. It's fine. It's all fine. So you got full cover there. So that sort of kicks you out of his.
Yes. Can't preserve an action point, but I will.
You do have stratagems, and someone had on the chapter as well. Remember?
Yes. I don't want to be using that. I feel like it's a bit early.
Okay. All right. All right. Remember, Noah said this, and I have sort of adapted this. Aggression is key. I played this very cautiously, and I think
Maybe
it's
too
good
cautiously
if you've got
sometimes.
these powers, use them. Like there's no point in saying I'll hold on to it, because invariably you get to the end of the mission, you haven't used half the stuff you could have used. What was
Right.
that? What did I miss?
Missed that as well. I think he took a pot shot of some kind.
So he's giving you some more help. Yeah, he did some damage, mate.
Which I don't really appreciate.
No, and he's giving himself some extra armour, but
Well, we'll see to it that it doesn't last.
use more teleport. Yeah, teleport is your friend.
Yep, I'll be teleporting in, I think. Maybe now's the time.
Ah, okay. So board thing, was it to fight the Satan? Was that what the orcs were created for? Surprise!
Hello.
Oh, and hello.
Hello, someone else. Yeah. Okay. Always the risk of teleporting in like that.
Yeah.
But
Oh, hello. And now we've got.
right, that's behind us.
Oh, well, they've activated the bloom spawn as well. So that's what you've seen.
Right.
Okay, so we've got. Is it a bloom spawn at the top of the map, and then enemy forces coming in behind you?
Yep.
So let's have a quick look. Let's assess, Bruce. Let's see what we've got first. What's at the top there? Got all these enemies on your right-hand side of your screen.
Yeah, there's a few of them.
All right. So where is? Oh, okay. It's the. It's not the flower. It's the. You've got to stop the ceremony taking place.
Right.
All right. So yeah, we need to do some damage here.
Okay. I think I'm going to take another shot with the Purgator first. I want to free up as many action points as I can.
Oh, what, for your Interceptor?
Yes, because he's probably going to want to move.
Paul's giving you some very good advice. He says, and I quote, "Ritual bloom spawn." So I'll try it again by saying the actual words. Ritual bloom spawn. Begin panic mode. Oh, was that an execution?
It was.
Oh, I looked away from the screen. I'll have to watch that back. Someone click that for me. I will watch that back. I'd move forward and do that. You need to, and it's the eyeballs you need to get rid of first.
I'm going to need some AP.
Yeah,
but
don't forget
this
you've
is
got-
not the actual. These are just for more enemies.
Okay. Well, you've got these enemies here. You've got reinforcements appearing behind you, and you've got the ritual at the top. So This is, I don't want to say it could be worse, because I don't think it could be. I think this is about as bad as it could have been. Don't forget you've got your stratagems as well.
Yeah, I think I'm going to use it this turn. I think I'm going to throw a grenade up there from the interceptor. Purgator probably doesn't have a shot from here, so I think I'm going to have to move them to somewhere that they're going to have a shot next turn. Can't really do it and stay in cover though.
I mean, I think cover's the least your worries at the moment. I don't think he's so far at the back. I don't think he's going to be targeted. If I'm totally honest with you.
Sure.
Do you have like Honor the Chapter? You can get them right. I would move them all up as well, though, Bruce, because you are going to want to draw some far away from that lonely interceptor, because he is like kind of you're going to get to action points, so you could. Yeah, I maybe go there, set up a Overwatch or Honor the Chapter. You got Honor the Chapter? I keep saying it.
Maybe. I would actually...
Oh, they've got charge. Have they got charge?
Yeah.
Oh, mate, wait. If they all come down the stairs, charge is so fun.
Alright, we'll have to do that then. I think I'm going to save the Honor of the Chapter and the extra AP from the stratagem when the Purgator is ready to go.
Okay.
He'll mow them all down once they're through here.
Okay.
I actually might bring him forward first, just so he's definitely going to have those shots. Actually, that's not the Purgator. Purgator's here. That's fine. He'll still get shots.
So Quinkos says that I've never played a Warhammer game, only read the lore. Has the game got some lore story? So it has its own story, yes. So you are a force commander of a strike cruiser, the Baleful Edict. You return from a mission, and you are interdicted, or you're approached by a Inquisitor who has discovered that the forces of Chaos, Nurgle in particular, have launched a variation of plague into the solar system, the Tateus sector. It's Mortarian, and they're basically trying to unleash the bloom and kill everybody. So it is a story for the game. It's not. I don't think it's canon, but it's definitely got its own story, and there are some very familiar characters in here if you know your 40k stuff. Silly Plague Marine. See, they're not all bunched up now. Although he will definitely start chopping them up.
Yeah, he'll be alright, I reckon. Oh, okay.
So yeah, he's going to be keeping an eye. He's going to start his ritual, I believe. You're going to see that now. Although that statue looks like it could quite nicely fall on top of them.
It do look that way.
I'm sure that electricity in cloud is nothing to worry about. I'm sure it's all fine. I'm sure this is fine as well.
I mean, I can't see it, so it's not happening, right?
Exactly. It's like the T-Rex. If you can't see it, and they're all next to a statue as well. So again, it's this. Yeah, this is right. Well, this guy's dead. At that. So we've got some guy in Overwatch at the top of the stairs there, which is going to cause a bit of an issue for a normal person, but not for your interceptor who's going to just poink out of existence. I think, yeah, you might have to do that, Bruce. You've got that statue and that.
He's right next to a plague.
He is, but if you do anything other than teleport, you are going to get murderized.
It's true.
I'd have a look at that statue as well and see if you can knock it onto. You got 2 AP, right?
Yeah.
Will that get anything? You can't see. That's the problem.
Yeah, I can't see anything. So, okay.
I mean, that's gonna kill you. So, whoa, 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 whoa! Look at your great night. That will kill you.
Oh, I see. I see. I see what was about to happen. But I could move and do that.
You can move and shoot it. Absolutely, yes.
That might be.
I wouldn't go that way. Yeah, yeah. If anywhere, I'd go there because you can at least get an eye on the. Now you can see if that's going to do any damage to that. So it will do damage there. And
that's probably better.
The ritual's what you've got to stop, really. And remember, you can give stratagem and give him more AP.
I think that's going to be necessary, yeah. Let's start with this. Flat. Cool. Okay.
Yeah, nice. I like it.
I can.
And you're going to walk charge it. Yeah, makes sense. So you're going to get in there and do the business on.
Oh no, I haven't got the willpower to do it. But
okay.
A regular one will still help.
So you'll now have 2 action points left.
Yep.
Cool. So I'd just kill those eyeballs. and I mean that takes away some of the armor, yeah, and you still got another go after that.
Yeah. We'll lob that in there.
The enemy is wounded.
No ammo though. But we can get a melee hit on. It's not quite what I'd like.
Reload. You do have a strategy, remember?
Yeah, maybe that's the way.
It's full aggression here, Bruce.
Let's give him that extra AP.
So now you've got either 2 shots or you can.
Your command.
Interesting attack.
Let's send him in.
The foe is close. Let the hunt continue. The foe bleeds.
Right, that's him done then.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, well.
Okay. And that's a freebie.
I must rearm.
That Overwatch is very annoyingly
Just be
placed.
careful, because maybe you've got that whole squad behind you.
Yeah, that's worth bearing in mind. They'll be coming up fairly soon.
Yeah, I mean, you've got some time. You've got some time. They won't reach you next turn. Or they shouldn't reach you next turn.
I am here to serve.
Yeah, well, if you just tuned in, so thank you for joining us. Sorry for not updating you what we're doing. I think it's fairly obvious. I'm Arthur. I'm joined by Bruce. We're playing Warhammer 40,000 Chaosgate Daemonhunters, available now on PC. I'm not sure, Paul, you might be able to tell me this. Someone's asking about trying out. I've fairly certain it's on sale at the minute as well. I'm not sure. It might be on sale. So it would be a good point to have a go. But it's a turn-based, or fast-paced turn-based strategy game. But it's really, like, obviously I'm going to say it, but I love these sort of games and I love 40k. So, all right. So we've been in worse situations. I think
My Interceptor's a little bit out on a limb.
very much out on the limb. I don't say a little bit. I mean, if there was any further out on the limb, I don't think it's possible for them to be any further out on the limb.
Right. Maximum limits.
Limage. Maximum limage. They've reached it. I think that's what you can do, mate, because you want this. Hopefully this will all come around the corner and bunch up for you. Just warp surge is close as well now. All right, let's see what happens. So these guys are now coming into play. So we've got one ranged cultist at the back. This is another ranged cultist. No, it's fine. So we've got 3 melee units. One big boy is going to exploderize. Plague Marine looks like he's going to have a go at the Interceptor, which makes sense. That Interceptor, I don't think is going to survive this round, mate.
No, he might be done.
Don't know why I stepped into Jack Sparrow then. I don't think he can survive this round, mate.
Yeah.
But he'll be back on his feet in a little bit, so maybe he'll recover in 3 turns, just in time to save the day. Who knows?
Two turns. Zone of weakness. Right. Right. Probably time to start purging a bit.
Yeah, I mean... Oh.
It's not actually that good for us right now,
not here. I think you've got your Purgator who's got the scatter shot. You might have to get a bit closer for this though.
Really bunched in a way that
I think it's okay if you move them to the other side. You've got this guy over here.
I think I prefer to just shoot this one down first.
Okay.
To get him out of the way.
I mean,
sorry, what was your suggestion?
I mean, I don't want to tell you what to do here. Well, I think, if it was me, and I'm not saying this is what you should do, but you see this square that this cultist, or this sort of plague bet,
one?
So I go to the right of that, and forward one more.
With the Purgator?
Yep. So just have, he's going to get attacked if he goes there. So maybe kill that one first. I'd put him there and scatter shot across it if it reaches. I don't know. You need to, or maybe just leave him out in the open, but moving forward so you can get that group of people. So like there.
I mean here and then scatter shot.
And then scatter shot potentially. That would be what I would be looking at.
It's a move.
It's a move. I just think you'll do more damage this way. So you can't get the other guy, but we can definitely kill 2 and hurt that one as much as you'd have hurt him the first time round, and maybe finish him off with your next shot.
It's true. That's efficient. I'm cool with that.
No ammo though.
No ammo.
But we might have. Oh, well, you can do that. Yeah,
I mean, that's an ammo of sorts.
Paul is just very calmly trying to keep you aware of the ritual that's taking place.
Right. Yes, I ought to get back to that. Certainly.
You have been judged.
I can actually. I think if I listen, I can hear Paul screaming because your Grey Knights are moving further away from the ritual as this battle takes place.
Right. Well, look, that's all sorted now. We can quick time it to the action.
I missed a load of chat here. Otto, I do know what spawns, but I don't think Bruce is aware. So I think it's just something we should let Bruce enjoy. If
oh right,
he
okay.
doesn't manage to stop the ritual in time.
It feels like I'm not stopping the ritual in time. Don't think I can get my lads in there soon enough.
Well, you had to get someone close enough with the blimey. You can't. You have to stop that Overwatch, or else your paladin can't move. You've got a turn. I will be very impressed if you could. I mean, that is going through 2 lines of Overwatch.
Will I take the Overwatch damage if I charge?
Does it say that? Run in a single direction, change. Immune to hazards, not back. I think you do
Overwatch
take.
is a hazard, isn't it? In a sense.
Bruce, I mean, there are other ways.
I'm not seeing any other ways, to be fair.
Has anybody else got a grenade? Where's your... Wait, hang on, first off. What have we got left? Maybe run your apothecary up. Can we get a ranged heal on your downed interceptor?
On the downed
With
guy?
your servo skull?
I don't know if that's going to be possible. I suspect not.
No, okay.
But I can certainly heal this guy before he runs into trouble, like quite literally.
Or does he have a grenade? He does not have
no.
a grenade. Does anybody else have a grenade?
No.
Does he have a grenade? No. Okay, this is not great. However, this ranged cultist at the top here, on the Overwatch, this guy, he's already wounded. So if you can get another grenade up out of the Overwatch zone, you could probably kill him one shot, and that frees up your Justicar. You probably have to come upstairs a bit further if you can.
What is your will? At your service. Yes.
Will he get a shot? Can he get a shot there? He's up the stairs. I don't know if he can.
No, there's no sight there.
Can we get on the chapter on him?
Your orders.
I see what I see what you're suggesting. Okay.
You can't walk charge yet. So now maybe you can move up.
Not without walking into the...
Oh no!
Maybe I just...
Hang on, whoa, hang on. Can we get him just up over the wall? No, he's gonna...
No, it's got to go around to do it.
I don't know, Bruce. This is tough. This is tough.
I think I just have to eat one of the Overwatches first.
All right. Maybe go there and do scatter shot and get them both.
Unleash me.
Bruce. I would...
The Apothecary can eat the Overwatch.
There now. Good as new.
Which is not so bad, actually.
The
It frees up the other one.
Apothecary can eat the Overwatch.
Yeah, like this. Heals the Justicar. Justicar will bonk the other one. And then they're all freed up.
He's now going to run through this. Okay, all right. I mean...
And then I'll be in good stead to enjoy what comes next.
You'll be in good stead to enjoy what comes next. Well, you'll certainly get to see what comes next.
I have sanctified my round.
You're saying I won't be in good stead to enjoy
No,
it?
I think you'll love it. I think you'll really enjoy this. Right, you can still fire. Can you get to position to fire?
I think I want to just move to somewhere good.
At this point, somewhere good is off the planet, Bruce.
Right.
I mean, you got healed last round, so that's not too bad. Yeah, is your interceptor back up this turn? He might be.
Could be.
I mean, it's not going to help you.
Oh.
It might help you. No, I'm giving you the wrong...
The Plague Marine is being pesky.
He doesn't make life easy for you. He's doing fire maneuver.
Keeps on overwatching. Right, this is that ritual business then.
So, what we have now, and these guys are tough. So do you want to just, have a little look-see?
Wow, okay. That's a whole bunch of hit points. 4 to stun. Okay, so we've got to kill these as well. What the hell are they?
Middle button. So worry about that one. Worry about the guy in well, these are bad enough.
Yeah.
But worry about the guy in the middle.
Oh, this one. Right. Also resurrect.
Yes.
Oh.
And you've not only have you got to kill this lot, you have also got to kill another ritual summoning on this map.
Oh, why?
Oh no, you haven't.
Just
It's just this one. Okay, Bruce, can I make a suggestion?
I'm going to chop this guy.
Yes, I would. Whatever you can do, chop away, and get your Purgator up there and do as much group damage as you can whilst they're in that group. Like if he's got to take fire, so be it. Just get him in range and start wailing on them.
I mean, he'll certainly take a lot of damage.
He'll take a lot of... Can we not do something that... Oh, we can't.
I can servo skull him afterwards. But yeah,
could you... What about running your Apothecary through first again, just to see if he takes fire again?
the Apothecary just meat shielding. I mean, it is a strategy.
And he still gets he can still fire from there. Trust me, your priority target is now next to your Interceptor.
Right. Let's soak that damage.
Right.
And get a shot in, like you said.
Everything. Everything. Fire everything. Fire everything! Alright. Because you've got your support fire as well,
yes.
so let's start just...
That's also very good. What did it do? What was that?
It's enhancing everything. Enhance. Enhance.
No shot.
Yeah, we shot there, haven't you?
But a heal. A shot here? Yes. But I feel like the heal is actually going to be important.
Do you remember when I said your priority target? Do you remember those words?
Yeah.
Cool, right.
Yeah.
Alright. Cool.
Oh, he's not going to be healed
No,
anyway.
because he was downed, so you can't heal any more than that. Is that worth it?
It's not a lot.
I'd say this is on... I think it's on standard difficulty, but you've got it on Grandmaster setting, right? So
correct.
Yeah.
Fine. I'll take your advice and get the extra shots in.
Oh, did you get lucky? I don't think you did. But you also should get support fire as well. Oh, you did. Does this mean you can get in chance for an execution?
Oh, well, because he's stunned.
Standing ready.
Should we try?
Yeah, absolutely, if you can.
Vengeance.
Which one is Nurgle's gift?
Middle one. Target no longer use Nurgle's gift.
Stream of corruption. Is Nurgle's gift the resurrection ability?
Chat, what are we saying here? What do we reckon here?
Stream of corruption or Nurgle's gift? Which one ought we disable?
I mean, I think you're going to kill him this round anyways, and because he's got 2 action points. So I think it's up to you.
Let's do Nurgle's gift.
Someone says stream of corruption in case you don't make it.
Ah, okay. Well, we better make it.
Well, he's
then.
lost an arm, and he's dead now. That's fine. Right. This is good. Because you've won. You've done it. You have done it.
Easy
you
game.
have done it. Whoa, mate.
Just chop them up. Just
Mate.
send your guys in.
Yeah.
Light 'em up, cause a mess.
Yeah, I mean, in fairness, fair play to you. A lot of GGs in the chat there. Well done. Nicely done.
GG.
Nicely done.
Thank you, chat. Appreciate it.
Yeah, brilliant stuff. Brilliant stuff. GG, Bruce. Nice work for that. Also says I aged like 5 years during this mission. I think we all did. I mean, there was a lot of like stuff. Paul was just screaming.
I had a great time.
He was just like, "They're ritual, they're ritual." Bruce like, "Yeah, but I'm going to go kill this guy over here. Maybe I'll heal this guy up here. This statue needs a polish, so maybe I'll do that, and then I'll come over and do that." So well done. 2 missions, 2 successes. You managed to get me gravely wounded, so that's fantastic. So for you, it's a win.
That's an extra win. Yeah, it is.
So there we go. How long have we got left? I can't see my laptop. We've still got 10 minutes left, so let's pick up what we're gonna.
Sure. So we can do
What
a
are you
bit,
gonna
of,
be doing
bit of
here?
housekeeping and a bit of chat before we finish up. Probably picking up another night, given how rough the squad has had it.
You have a bit of luck with a ritual, yeah. But also, it's quite nice that your interceptor happens to just be playing dead when everyone arrived. He sort of springs up and was like, "Hello, I'm just going to turn into a shish kebab." So welcome.
It was conveniently placed. That is true. That was a bit fortunate. And I think the interceptor came in MVP, especially with that support fire now and then just chipping away some extra damage.
I have to keep an eye on strike. Just to be clear, this is a Frontier stream. We both work at Frontier. We are playing Warhammer Chaos Gate Daemonhunters. So we are enjoying all talks about Warhammer. So let's try and keep our discussions as friendly as possible, please. Bruce, welcome to the world of the critical wounded.
Yeah, I mean that was.
So now
definitely
you must
on the
spend
cards.
time next to me in the infirmary,
Right.
and I can be laying there flicking my pea soup at you by saying, "Well, welcome, mate. It's your fault. I'm so glad."
Right. Paul has earned a promotion this time, so both Zach and Paul
Well done, Paul.
getting upgrades this time. So expanded on the right side of the tree for this one. Max WP it's not as glamorous and sexy as other upgrades, but it's just good.
It's Paul your apothecary, but in fairness,
It's just good.
you need your apothecary. So having more willpower and allowing to heal more is
Yeah.
way useful for you.
Melee attacks collect all bloom seeds from the target. Okay. Ruthless.
Paul loves the bleeds option, and having watched Paul use it, like he knows how to use that. But again, all of these,
So the offensive apothecary.
yeah. But
okay.
but again, all your builds are suited to how your style of play. Which is why I love this sort of game. And it's like all these sort of games, you tailor your squad to how you play the game, right? So you like, I mean, I've watched you use your apothecary in that mission twice. As basically like, go take some bullets for your brothers. And he was like, I'm normally supposed to heal people. Like, well, today you're going to take bullets for them. You're going to stop them getting wounded. So yeah, we go. But you level up your squad how you want to do it, and they should all complement each other. So this is your game, Bruce. You level them up how you want.
We'll go full in on the servo skull build for this one.
Okay.
Some extra ammo for the servo skull, and this one lets Biomancy target at any range, so no more being too far away for healing.
That's great. That's good. All right, there we go. And accommodation. Oh, well, nicely done.
Okay, that's all done. Cool.
Do you have anybody now in your barracks that isn't wounded? Just asking for a concerned health and safety.
Tell you what, I do.
You do?
The new guy.
The new guy. Then he walks into the room and he's just like, guys, what's it like serving on this ship? And I was like, oh, it's really good, man. Force commander's really switched on. He's really got our back.
Takes good
Some
care
guy
of
just
us.
all in bandages. Just, it's really good, food's good. I'd be like on the next shuttle off back to Titan. I'd be like, you know
It's
what?
like a cartoon where every limb is in a cast and just
Yeah.
like hooked up.
Yeah, everyone's just like, yeah, I probably won't just be hanging around.
I prefer the term battle hardened.
Yeah, you're definitely going to get your experience on this battle barge. There's no chance of not going through a fight without getting at least one or
Everyone
two bullets
pulls
to
their
the
weight on
to the
this
body.
ship, for sure.
The apothecary does drill his way into the mission objective. Yes.
You seek wisdom, Commander,
Okay.
There we go, Brother Ektar.
but might
Do you seek wisdom?
If you could ask Brother Ektar anything, what would you ask him?
Oh, anything at all about the 40k universe?
Yeah, it's just you and him, you're in a room, and you see him in the street, and
I don't know, because you have to remember the Grey Knights they're super wizards, and they probably wouldn't have the answers I'd want. I actually know I would. I'd want to know. So the Grey Knights are actually in possession of a weapon that only they can activate if the Imperium looks like it's going to fall.
Okay, like an
So
emergency.
they have like this I don't know, this doomsday weapon. I'd want to know what it is and what it does.
Oh, so it's a secret weapon. It's not
So
actually
only
revealed.
they know what it is, and apparently only they can activate it, and I'd want to know what it is.
Right, so
It's
we're
like
not
Pandora's
talking
box.
a handheld weapon.
No,
we're
no,
talking
no.
like
It's a
doomsday,
universe. I
big
don't know if it's
scale.
a universe or galactic ending weapon or just a super weapon. That I don't know what it is, but they have access to it. Is Garrow alive? Is a good second question. Garrow's like one of the founder members, Nathaniel Garrow, the
Right.
Death Guard guy. But it'd be what that weapon is,
Okay.
and what does it do specifically, and why only do they have it?
Sorry, when you say they, do you mean the Grey Knights?
Grey Knights have it.
specifically?
Yeah, the Grey Knights in possession
Okay.
of it. Yeah, I believe.
Right.
Chat will again. They'll confirm this to me,
That's,
but that would be the question I'd want to know.
Sure.
Because remember, they're ancient. They're ancient, a lot of but they're not as old as I think the oldest living space marine that's not in a dreadnought, I believe, is Dante, who's like 1,000 years old or
Getting
whatever.
on.
He's quite old, yeah. He's so old, in fact, that he wants to die. He's just like, I've had enough. And like
Your Space Marine is so old.
he went. I think he nearly died once, and like I'm sure he got visited by his dead Primarch Gene Father's like, no, your time's not now. I think Dante's the oldest. They may be ancient, but are they justified? That is a song lyric, and I'm not even going to go down this road. I know what you're doing, Osric. Is it all it would transport Terrans? I can't. Yeah, maybe. This is the thing, right? What is it? I can't imagine the Emperor would have created a weapon that would just wipe out humanity. It would have to be something that takes humanity somewhere else. Maybe it's because he was doing some work on the webway gates. Like he could have had Magnus not blundered in, trying to do the right thing, and destroyed. Like imagine, if you will, like the Emperor, his father's making this really intricate glass ornament. It's like, and once I finish this, it's going to be so good for everyone. I'm going to give it to my son Magnus. And Magnus is like, but I'm really good with glass ornaments. And he's like, just wait in time, and like I can't see what it's going to be. And then he comes bursting in, smashes it on the floor, and ruins his dad's work. And it's like, well, now I'm only going to have to kill you. I'm going to have to put someone else to do this job.
Right, a measured response.
It was a webway gate, so the Emperor was making this golden throne, which he sits on now.
Yeah.
But essentially, this golden throne was going to be like, mankind was going to dominate the stars. They were going to use the Eldar webway. They were going to.
And this
was going to be great.
Ruined.
It was ruined by Magnus, one of his sons, who was a very potent psyker. Saw that Horus had betrayed his father. Tried to warn his father. Brute forced his way into the Imperial Palace using this sort of webway. And I'm butchering the lore. It's a catastrophic failure. Like it causes a war in a webway where demons start spewing. They then start attacking Earth via the webway.
So the Emperor, webway is like a network.
Essentially, yeah.
Transport network of sorts.
I'm assuming, yeah, it's like a temporal, psychic, something, warp, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And so then the Custodes, who are super tough, they then go into this webway. The Emperor has to go and fight this war that no one else is aware of, all because Magnus had just blundered his way through. And actually, the Golden Throne was going to be Magnus's reward for being like this really cool, potent psychic, and he knew that his son could handle it, but he ruins it. And in the end, I think the Sigillite has to sit in it for a little while, and then when he finally dies, the Emperor is then entombed on it, and he's there guarding it, basically. It's everything in 40k is so like, it could have been great, and they just ruin it all. Everyone is a sob story. Like, no one is cool, apart from the Space Wolves, who are the best. Right. I have... suddenly demons. I've blundered through the lore awfully, so I apologise to everyone in chat who's got a better grasp and knowledge of me. Bruce, I've really enjoyed watching you play this, and I've enjoyed chat, just talking through people's sort of builds, and they've all stressed along with us, watching you do 2 missions, but 2 successful missions.
I do like to raise the blood pressure where I can.
You have done that, but please next time be conscious of my age. So thanks everyone. We'll be back in 2 weeks' time. Hopefully Paul will have recovered from Nurgle's blessings, and Paul will be back with us in 2 weeks to probably have another stream with us on Warhammer 40,000 Chaos Gate Daemonhunters, which obviously is out now, and I do think it's on sale. If you haven't played it, please give it a go. It's a fantastic game in and of its own right, but it's also heaped with 40k goodness. So if you love 40k, this is definitely a game for you. I will see you at some point in the near future, but thank you very much for tuning in. Bruce, thank you very much for playing. Thank you, Zach, for being producer on Short Notice and on standby. So we'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.